Loving someone who has been through real pain is not simple. It is not a fairy tale. It does not follow the rules you learned growing up. And if you walk in expecting normal, expecting easy, you will misread everything. But here is what no one tells you before you fall for someone like this. Their silence is not coldness. Their distance is not rejection. And their walls, those walls were not built to keep you out. They were built to keep them alive. Today, we are going to talk about something most relationship advice completely ignores. People who carry a heavy past, whether that is loss, abuse, betrayal, or years of emotional neglect, they do not love the way others do. Not because something is broken in them, but because their nervous system learned a different lesson about what love feels like. Their reactions are not random. Their patterns are not personal attacks. They are survival strategies that once kept them safe, and now show up in the middle of your relationship. If you want to love someone like this deeply, truly, and without destroying each other in the process, there are unspoken rules you need to understand. Let's talk about them. Rule 1: Their silence is not rejection. Imagine this. You say something vulnerable. Something honest. And they go quiet. No response. They look away. They change the subject. Your first instinct: I said something wrong. They don't care. Maybe they don't want to be here. But here is what is actually happening inside them. When people grow up in environments where speaking meant punishment, where showing feelings got them mocked, ignored, or used against them, silence became the safest response. The brain learned, stay still, stay small, survive. So when they go quiet with you, it is often not distance. It is overwhelm. It is the old wiring firing up, saying be careful. The rule here is simple: do not punish their silence. Give it room. Say, take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Those 6 words can reach places that pressure never will. Rule 2: They may love you and still push you away. This one is the most confusing, and the most painful. You have been close for weeks. Everything feels right. And then suddenly, they pull back. Cancel plans. Seem cold. Act like the connection never happened. You think, did I do something wrong? Did I imagine all of it? You did not imagine it. This is called the push-pull pattern, and it lives at the heart of anxious and avoidant attachment styles. When closeness starts to feel real, the nervous system panics. Not because they don't want you, but because intimacy, historically, came with a cost. With pain. With loss. So the mind says, get out before it hurts again. Understanding this does not mean accepting endless hot and cold cycles. But it does mean not disappearing the moment they push. Stay steady. Be the evidence that closeness is safe. Rule 3: Trust is built slowly. It cannot be demanded. You cannot say, why don't you trust me yet? To someone whose trust was broken by the exact people who were supposed to earn it automatically. A parent. A partner. A best friend. Trust, for them, is not a starting point. It is a destination. And they are watching, quietly, carefully, every single day to see if you are consistent. Think about it this way. If you burned your hand on a stove, you would not trust a stove again simply because someone told you to. You would watch. You would test. You would believe the evidence over the words. That is not distrust in you. That is wisdom born from wound. The rule: show up the same way on a bad day as you do on a good one. Because they are not listening to what you say. They are watching what you do. Rule 4: their emotional triggers are not attacks on you. One day something small happens, a late reply, a change in your tone, a joke that lands wrong, and they react in a way that feels completely out of proportion. You're confused. Maybe even hurt. It was nothing. Why is this so big? Here is the psychology behind it. trauma lives in the body as a felt experience, not a logical memory. When something in the present moment echoes something from their past, even faintly, the nervous system responds as if the danger is happening right now. Fight, flight, freeze. It is automatic. They are not attacking you. They are responding to a ghost. A memory wearing your face. The rule: when they are triggered, do not escalate. Do not defend yourself immediately. First, say, "I hear you. I'm here." Then, when the moment is calmer, you can talk about what happened. Rule 5: needing space does not mean needing distance from you. People who have been hurt often need time alone, not because you are wrong, but because being seen is exhausting when you spent years hiding. But here is the mistake most partners make: they take the request for space personally. They go cold. They match the distance. And suddenly two people who love each other are in a silent standoff, both hurting, neither knowing why. Space is not abandonment. It is regulation. It is them saying, "I need to come back to myself so I can come back to you." The rule: let them have space without making them feel guilty for needing it. Check in warmly but lightly. "I'm here whenever you're ready." Not pressure. Just presence. Rule 6: their overthinking is not drama. It is a survival system. Why are you reading into everything? If you have ever said this to them, even gently, you need to understand something. Overthinking, in people with heavy pasts, is not a bad habit. It is a hypervigilant nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do: scan for danger before it arrives. Because once upon a time, danger arrived without warning. And it destroyed something. Their mind learned to prepare. To anticipate. To catch the early signs. It is exhausting, for them especially. They do not enjoy it. They cannot just stop. The rule: instead of dismissing their worry, help them feel safe enough that the alarm system gets quieter over time. Safety, not logic, is the cure for overthinking. Rule 7: they may struggle to receive love, even while giving it endlessly. This is the paradox that breaks so many good relationships. They pour into you. They remember your bad days. They show up in small, quiet ways that mean everything. And yet, when you try to do the same for them, they deflect. They minimize. "I'm fine. Don't worry about me, you don't have to do that." Why? Because somewhere along the way, someone taught them that needing things leads to disappointment. That wanting care makes you weak. That depending on someone is a risk that never pays off. So they learn to give. But not to receive. The rule: love them anyway. Gently, persistently. Say, "You are allowed to be taken care of too," not once. Repeatedly. Until they start to believe it. Rule 8: consistency is the most powerful thing you can give them. More than romance. More than grand gestures. More than the perfect words on the perfect night. Consistency. Being there on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. when nothing special is happening. Texting back the same way you always do. Keeping promises that seem small to you but feel enormous to them. Because their past taught them that people leave. That love has an expiration date. That safety is temporary. Every single time you show up consistently, you are rewriting that lesson. You are teaching their nervous system something it has never trusted before: this one stays. Let me be honest with you now. Loving someone with a heavy past is not always easy. There will be moments when you feel helpless. When you do not know the right thing to say. When you feel like you are loving someone who is still mid-storm. And in those moments, you might wonder, is this worth it? Here is what I want you to hold on to. People who have been through real pain and chosen to love again, they do not love casually. When they finally trust you, when they finally let you in, it is one of the most rare and real things a human being can offer another. That does not mean you sacrifice yourself. Your patience has limits. Your peace matters too. A relationship cannot be only you healing them. You need to be seen, held, and loved in return. But if they are trying, if the growth is real, then what you are building together is not ordinary. It is forged. So here is the last thing I want to leave with you today. Be patient, but not without limits. Be gentle, but not without honesty. Be present, but not at the cost of your own wholeness. And if you are the one with the heavy past, listening to this right now, I want you to know something. You are not too much. You are not broken. The right person will not make you feel like your wounds are inconvenient. They will sit with you in the hard parts. Not because you need saving, but because you are worth knowing. Before you go, I want to ask you something, and I want you to really sit with it. Have you ever loved someone who was afraid of love itself? Leave your answer in the comments. You might find you are not as alone in this as you think. If this video helped you see something differently today, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you are new here, welcome. This channel exists for exactly these conversations. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next one.